The sun had barely risen over the Spanish coastline when Princess Leonor stepped off the naval vessel. Months of rigorous training, early mornings, and endless drills had shaped her into a disciplined, resilient young leader. Yet, in this moment, all of that fell away. She was not a cadet. She was a daughter, a sister, a princess returning home. Crowds lined the docks, cameras flashing, hearts pounding. They had come to witness more than a ceremonial arrival. They had come to feel the warmth of a family reunited, to see the future queen meet her parents and sister once more. But what unfolded was far more intimate than anyone could have imagined. As Leonor approached her family, the air seemed to hold its breath. King Felipe VI's expression softened, a rare glimpse of fatherly pride breaking through the official composure. Queen Letizia, radiant and poised as always, could barely hide the tears that threatened to spill. And young Infanta Sofia, her sister and confidante, rushed forward, laughter and relief mingling in her voice. The crowd erupted in applause, but for the family, it was as if the world had paused. Leonor embraced her parents, the bond between them palpable, forged in public duty and private devotion. In that embrace, the weight of her naval training, the accolades, the expectations, everything, found its place, honored and acknowledged by those who mattered most. Earlier that day, she had been awarded the Grand Cross of Naval Merit, one of Spain's highest military honors. It was recognition not just of skill and dedication, but of character. Yet as the medal rested against her chest, her eyes sought her family. The real reward, it seemed, was their shared pride and relief. Her journey had not been easy. Months at sea, grueling exercises, and the discipline of naval life had tested her in ways that few could imagine. But through it all, she carried the values instilled in her since birth: honor, perseverance, and a profound sense of duty. Each challenge she faced at the academy had prepared her not only to serve her country but to lead as the future queen. Back on land, the reunion unfolded in layers of emotion. The cameras caught smiles and gestures, yet the moments between flashes told a deeper story. Leonor whispered something to Sofia, a private joke or perhaps a reassuring word. King Felipe placed a hand on his daughter's shoulder, a subtle gesture that spoke volumes about pride and love. Queen Letizia's eyes lingered on Leonor, a mixture of admiration, nostalgia, and quiet relief. As the family posed for official photographs, the public caught glimpses of subtle interactions. Sofia mirrored Leonor's posture, their connection unspoken but undeniable. Felipe VI's stance was protective yet proud, while Letizia's gentle touch reminded everyone that even royalty is first and foremost family. But there was more to this moment than ceremony. The naval honor, the medals, the formalities, they were symbols, yes, but they also served as reminders of Leonor's commitment to Spain and her readiness to embrace the responsibilities ahead. Every disciplined hour at sea had prepared her for this, to return home with strength, humility, and grace. The crowd continued to cheer, yet the true story was unfolding quietly, in gestures too small for cameras to capture. Leonor's father leaned down to speak softly to her, perhaps offering advice, perhaps simply sharing a moment of intimacy. Her mother's hand lingered on her arm, conveying love that needed no words. Sofia clung close, finding in her sister both inspiration and companionship. As the day progressed, curiosity loops opened in the public's mind. How had Leonor changed after her naval training? Would this experience alter her approach to royal duties? What lessons would she carry from the rigorous life of a cadet back into the palace? Each answered question seemed to birth another, keeping observers engaged long after the cameras stopped rolling. Stories began to emerge from those who had witnessed her training. They spoke of discipline tempered with compassion, of a young woman learning to lead while remaining humble. Admirals noted her attentiveness and respect for every rank, from fellow cadets to seasoned officers. Fellow trainees spoke of her quiet determination, her refusal to take shortcuts, and her ability to inspire others without seeking recognition. And yet, despite the accolades and recognition, Leonor remained grounded. She laughed with her sister, listened intently to her parents, and allowed herself small moments of levity amid the formality. These glimpses of normalcy reminded everyone that behind the title and the honors was a human being, someone capable of joy, vulnerability, and love. The narrative deepened as historians and royal commentators reflected on the symbolism of the Grand Cross of Naval Merit. This honor, rarely bestowed on someone so young, signaled not only recognition of service but also affirmation of the royal family's commitment to public duty. It marked a milestone in Leonor's life, a bridge between youth and the responsibilities she will inherit as Spain's future queen. Throughout the day, Leonor's composure remained remarkable. Yet subtle gestures betrayed the intensity of the moment, a hand lightly gripping her mother's, a fleeting glance at her father, a soft smile exchanged with Sophia. These details created a tapestry of emotion, connecting official recognition with personal fulfillment. Observers noted the contrast between Leonor's disciplined presence and the warmth of the reunion. It was this balance, strength and sensitivity, duty and love, that captivated the public imagination. Everyone watching could sense that this was more than a ceremonial return, it was a defining moment in the life of a future monarch. As evening approached, the family gathered in private for a quiet dinner. While public eyes no longer watched, the significance of the day lingered. Leonor reflected on the months of challenge and growth, feeling the weight of both accomplishment and expectation. Her parents shared stories, reassured her of their support, and celebrated the person she had become. Sophia, ever the devoted sister, offered laughter and companionship, grounding Leonor in the familiarity of home. This day, etched in public memory, carried layers of meaning. It celebrated achievement, family bonds, and the promise of the future. It reminded everyone that royalty, despite ceremony and spectacle, is profoundly human, shaped by duty, love, and connection. As night fell over Madrid, the public continued to discuss the day's events. Analysts debated the impact of naval training on Leonor's future reign. Citizens marveled at the grace and poise displayed by the young princess. And through it all, the central story remained clear: a daughter had returned home, honored and celebrated, reunited with the family who had guided her every step of the way. In the end, the images of the reunion, the medals, the embraces, the quiet whispers between siblings and parents, became symbols of more than accomplishment. They became a testament to dedication, to the enduring power of family, and to the promise of a future queen ready to meet the challenges ahead with strength, compassion, and love. Princess Leonor's return from naval training was not merely a ceremonial event. It was a story of growth, of family, of public duty intertwined with private emotion. Every smile, every glance, every embrace told a story of connection, resilience, and preparation for the mantle she will one day bear. And for those who witnessed it, this royal moment would linger in memory, a blend of triumph, tenderness, and the enduring legacy of Spain's monarchy.